So, every power supply claims to have isolated outputs and low noise, but does this one actually deliver? Let's find out. Today we're taking a look at the brand new Valeton VPS-6 power supply. We'll just check on the build quality, install it on a pedalboard, and instead of simply just reading the specifications from the box, we're actually going to verify them. We'll measure the output voltages, verify whether the outputs are really isolated, and finally compare the noise floor against another isolated power supply using real measurements. And of course, at the end of the video, I'll let you know if I think it's actually worth buying, and thanks to Valeton, one of you will also win one. So stay tuned until the end, just to find out how to enter. Let's get started. Inside the box you get the VPS-6 the IEC power cable, 9 DC cables plus a 9-volt battery connection cable, polarity reversal cable, some patches and the user manual. What exactly is the VPS-6? It's Valeton's latest compact isolated power supply designed for modern pedalboards. It features 6 DC outputs with multiple voltage options, enough current for both analog and digital pedals. So on paper it certainly looks promising, but specifications are only part of the story. Let's take a closer look. So the first thing I noticed is the build quality. The enclosure is entirely metal. It feels solid and has a premium finish. Everything is clearly labeled, making it very easy to identify each output and its specifications. The compact footprint is also a big advantage if you're just trying to save space on your pedalboard. Let's go through connections. We've got the AC input, the 6 isolated DC outputs, different voltage options, and overall, the layout is exactly what you'd expect. Everything feels very well throughout. Now let's see how it performs in a real setup. Everything just powers up immediately, cable management is straightforward, and the compact size makes installation really easy. So let's hear it. Alright, so this is my favorite part of the review. Rather than simply just trusting the specifications, let's verify them. Alright, so first let's measure the outputs. As you can see, the readings are very close to the rated values. So everything is just working as it should. Everything is comfortably within tolerance, exactly what you'd expect. One of Valeton's key claims is that every output is isolated. Let's verify that. I'm testing the continuity between the outputs. As you can see, there's no connection between them. Confirming that the outputs are truly isolated. Interesting. So far, this is looking promising. Let's keep that result in mind until the final scorecard. Now for what I believe is the most important test in this review. At the end of the day, nobody just buys a power supply because it measures 9.18 volts instead of 9.14. What really matters is how quiet it is when it's actually powering your pedalboard. For this comparison, I'm using my Harley Benton Power Plant ISO 2 Pro just to make this test as fair as possible. Absolutely everything remains just identical. The only thing changing is the power supply. So I have all the 6 pedals connected to my VPS-6, 6 pedals, 6 inputs. In the end of this chain, it's going to directly through my computer, it's going to my sound card. I'm using a double audition. The only pedal that is connected right now is this one. I'm just using the amp cap and noise reduction on this one. Sounding good. If I kill the knob on the guitar, I can't hear nothing, but I'm gonna record just a bit so you can compare with the other one. Recording. Okay, great. So now we have connected the Harley-Benton Power Plant ISO 2 Pro. This is a nice power supply as well. Let's just check how it sounds on the noise floor level. Great, so now we can compare the both. About the Harley-Benton, I'm not hearing anything. This power supply just works perfectly, no sound, no noise. If you want to be picky, you can notice that we see some pulse around here. And if we're gonna compare with the VPS-6, no pulse. But both are just great. So I'll just base my conclusion on what the measurements and recordings actually show. After just putting the VPS-6 through every test I just could think of, here's the final result. Would I recommend it? Based on everything I just tested today? Yes. The build quality is excellent, the voltages were accurate, the polarity is exactly what you'd expect, the outputs behaved just exactly as they should during the test, performed very well in the noise floor comparison, and perhaps most importantly, everything I was able just to verify matched what Valeton claims. If you're just looking for a compact isolated power supply for a modern pedalboard, I think this is definitely one worth considering. And now, of course, the giveaway. Thanks to Valeton, one lucky subscriber will just receive a brand new VPS-6 shipped directly by Valeton. And here's how to enter. Subscribe to this channel and the Valeton's channel, like this video and leave a comment below answering this question. Which pedal would be the first one you'd power with VPS-6 and why? Alright, so the giveaway will remain open for 10 days after this video is published. I'll randomly select one winner, announce it in the community tab, and also reply to the winning comment. So, good luck! Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.